This audio bite is about Night of the Scorpion by Nassim Ezekiel.
Night of the Scorpion is set in an Indian village and describes what happened when a scorpion stung the poet's mother. A scorpion sting is very, very painful. Sometimes the sting can kill. So people from the village hurry in with suggestions about what to do. They try all sorts of traditional cures. Nothing seems to work, but the woman slowly recovers. So the poem seems to be about the different reactions of the villagers to the scorpion attack.
The poem starts by setting the scene. It had been raining and the scorpion was hiding beneath a sack of rice. The woman obviously disturbed it and was stung on her toe. But the poet describes the scorpion as having a diabolic tail. So the scorpion's not just an animal, it seems to be like the devil, just something that everybody in the village is frightened of.
Then the poem describes the different ways the villagers want to cure the woman. They chanted the name of God, hoping that would stop the pain. They searched for the scorpion, thinking that would help. They even clicked their tongues to stop the poison hurting the woman. They also told her that her pain would make her a better person.
But nothing worked. She twisted and lay there groaning. Her husband didn't seem to believe in any of these traditional cures, but he tried everything he could to stop the pain. He even poured paraffin on the sting and lit it, but that probably just made things worse. And a holy man came to help, but again, it had no effect. When the pain stopped, the woman only said that she was glad it was her and not her children.
So the poem shows just how the whole community in the village gathers to help. They all face the same danger, and it's important that they stick together. But it also tells us a lot about their culture. They seem to see natural events not as random, but as being caused by things. So the scorpion is evil, and saying the name of God might help to scare it away.
We don't have these beliefs in England, and they could seem silly. But many of us do odd things, like not walking under a ladder or avoiding the number 13. And if we had scorpions, we'd probably invent lots of odd cures as well.
The poet was probably young when the attack took place. It's full of information about what the villagers do, but also about the boy's attitude. At first he gives reasons why the scorpion did it. Then he gets irritated by all the people coming. He's also frightened. The shadows the people make on the walls seem like giant scorpions.
But he's also more and more concerned. His mother is in pain, and he keeps this dreadful picture of the paraffin and the flame feeding off my mother. When she recovers at the end, he uses her own words to show her love for her children.
At first, Night of the Scorpion doesn't really tell us what the poet thinks of his culture. Instead, it's like a list of what people believed in his Indian village, such as using the name of God to cure people. It also reminds us of the suffering that people in other countries have to go through. But the poet does seem to believe in fate, that you can't change things in your life. The villagers, his father, and the holy man all try, but the only thing that works is time. So this would be a good poem to use to write about the idea of change. You could also use it to write about particular places, or to write about childhood experiences. And of course, the poem tells us a lot about another culture.